Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome to the Champ Prediction Show, week 3. Yeah, we're already at week 3 already. The games are going across the bottom of your screen as well, and get your predictions down in the comments as well. And yeah, let us begin with the first game, and this is a Friday night game. Derby County versus Bristol City. Derby on the back of a 5-3 home defeat to Coventry City. First things first, what a game of football. That's the first thing you can say, but Derby will be kicking themselves. They really will be. Um, yeah, they'll be kicking themselves after that for sure. So back in front of the home fans, so they'll hope to definitely bounce back. Bristol City, on the other hand, they have Radek Vitek to thank for a fantastic goalkeeping performance to basically keep out Charlton. He was excellent. He really was, to say the very least. So, tough one to call because Bristol City have had a good start to the season. Derby, 2 defeats in a row. But I just got a feeling they might just end that trend. And I'm going to go 1-0 victory to Derby County. I just got a feeling that will be 1-0 win to Derby County. Right. These are the 12:30 games, and we have Charlton against Leicester City. Charlton, as we said, 0-0 with Bristol City. But a good performance, a really good performance. And, Charlton have had a good start to the season. That's 4 points from 2 games, which is very impressive, to tell you the truth. And, they'll fancy themselves against the Leicester City side, who, well, first things first, Jeremy Monga is the youngest ever scorer and to start in the Championship since Jude Bellingham. So yeah, that's one stats to go away from. But Leicester will be kicking themselves how they got into a very good position against Preston, and yeah, it was disappointing to say the very least. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with Leicester. Um, they're obviously trying to offload players. They're obviously trying to offload like Harry Winks, etc. But it's proven to be difficult. It is proven to be very difficult at this moment in time. And you know what? They have not got a good record at the Valley. They have not got a very good record at the Valley. Now, there's no saying that Marty Cifuentes will get the sack, but I do remember Peter Taylor was sacked at Charlton. With Leicester, funnily enough, as well. So, yeah, I'm actually going to go Charlton to win this game. Leicester 2 defeats in a row is very unheard of. Actually, it could be 3 actually because obviously they lost out to Coventry City on PKs, didn't they? So, yeah, I'm going to go Charlton 2, Leicester 1. Maybe a surprise, but I do think that Charlton will win again. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. Excuse me. Hull City against Blackburn Rovers. Both of these sides on the back of reverse results. Let's put it this way. Hull won 3-2 against Oxford United. Blackburn lost by 2-1 against Birmingham City. Very good win for Hull. Ollie McBurney, yes, remember him? Yep, he is at Hull now, got the winning goal. So very well done to Hull for that one. Yeah, Blackburn will be kicking themselves. They'll be kicking themselves after losing to Birmingham 1-0 up for most of that game. And then all of a sudden they lost it. They lost it for a very good turnaround from Birmingham City. Hull surprised a few, I think. Obviously, that's now 4 points from 2 games. I actually think they might make it 7 from 3. I think they might beat Blackburn, and that would be 3 defeats in a row for Blackburn, which is not a good start to the season whatsoever. I'm going to go Hull 2, Blackburn 1. This is another 12:30 game. We have Swansea City against Watford. Well, who saw what Swansea beating Sheffield United? That's the first thing. Brilliant win. Brilliant win from Swansea. And a really good performance to match as well, for sure. Watford, great win against QPR. But again, it's that inconsistency. We just don't know what Watford's going to turn up, do we? We just don't know what Watford's going to turn up. Swansea don't concede many. They certainly don't score many. That's the truth. I think one goal could be the difference here. I'm going to go Swansea 1, Watford 0. Birmingham City against Oxford United. We're now into the 3 o'clockers. Big win for Birmingham City. Absolutely huge. Lyndon Dykes getting the winning goal, which is very, very good to see. And look, I think the one thing you can see with Birmingham, forward line, excellent. Really, really good forward line. They've got a really good midfield as well. Defensively, maybe a little bit suspect, but they've had a good start to the season so far. They have 4 points from 2 games. Oxford, I mean, they were in the game against Hull, but conceded in a very, very late manner as well. And that will really disappoint Gary Rowett, who is obviously going to his former stomping ground here. He was Birmingham City manager for a wee while. It is at St Andrews. I'm going to go Birmingham to win this one pretty comfortably. Birmingham 3, Oxford United 0. I think Oxford could be in for a bit of a tough start. Let's put it this way. Coventry City against QPR. Wow. Coventry 5-3 winners against Derby. Absolutely mad game. They were behind for most of that game, came back. Yeah, 5-3. Excellent result for Coventry. Really, really good result for Coventry. And it's whether or not they can, keep that going, for sure. QPR, I mean, they were 2-0 down against Watford for most of that game and then came back into it and gone, you got that goal to put it back to 2-1. Yeah, I don't know about QPR. I don't know about QPR this season. It's difficult to tell, really. But Coventry will be confident for sure going into this one. I'm not going to go so big as they did last time. They won 5-3. But I think one goal will separate these two. And I'm going to go Coventry 2, QPR 1. Excuse me. Norwich City, Middlesbrough. Norwich 2-1 away at Portsmouth. Very, very good result. Obviously, Josh Sargent got the winning goal in that game. Middlesbrough 3-0 win away at Millwall, which I think is a real surprise. Having been beaten 4-0 by Doncaster Rovers in the Carabao Cup. Who knew? Who knew? Look, I think Norwich are doing all right. 3 points so far, which is a very, very good start to the season. And yeah, Middlesbrough started really, really well under Rob Edwards, which you would expect them to as well. But 3-0 away at Millwall was a really impressive result. Let's put it this way. Very, very impressive result. And I think that's going to continue here. I'm actually going to go for a 2-1 win to Middlesbrough. I think Middlesbrough could win this one. And I've got a feeling that Rob Edwards will start with 3 wins out of 3. That would be a great start to the season for Borough, for sure. So we'll move on. And we go to Preston North End versus Ipswich Town. What a win that was for Preston. First things first, what a win that was. Daniel Iverson had a really good game against his former club. Unlucky not to keep a clean sheet. Obviously, Jeremy Monga did get the goal for Leicester, but that's a huge win. I was like, it was my actually got the winning goal for Preston. To beat Leicester was a really really good result for them, to say the very very least. Ipswich, bit of a mixed start to their season. I was going out to Bromley, which was quite surprising in the Carabao Cup. But yeah, backing it up with obviously a 1-1 draw with Southampton, 1-1 draw with Birmingham. And against Southampton, I think they kind of shaded it a little bit. I think is the safest thing to say. I think everyone kind of expected that one to be a draw, to tell you the truth. Yeah, so Preston have already beaten sort of what you could say is one of the teams to have come down from the Premier League, Leicester City. They've already beaten them. And I don't think it's going to continue. I think Ipswich get their first win of the season here. Going to go for a 2-0 victory to Ipswich Town. To a team that has struggled really badly so far. Sheffield United against Millwall. Got to say, I said it at the start of the season, Ruben Sellers is a manager who is a manager who does well to keep teams up. Now, Sheffield United have started the season really badly. There is signs there to be really worried about, I think. I really do. And I don't think they have been good this season so far. But obviously, there's a long, long way to go. Long, long way to go. But when you're getting Sheffield United fans saying they are a bit worried about their season so far, you can kind of understand, because it is not a good start to the season at all for Sheffield United. Millwall kind of the same. You know, they've started with 3 points away at Norwich, and then yeah, they get beat 3-0 against Middlesbrough. This Championship's a weird league. Really, really is a very, very weird league. So Sheffield United could have 4 defeats in a row if they were to lose to Millwall. Do you know what? I am actually going to go for a 2-1 win to Millwall. I don't think I'd be saying that, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Millwall. That would be a very interesting start to the season, and would have Sheffield United rock bottom. And who would have predicted that? You would not have predicted that for sure. Southampton against Stoke City. Southampton got a good win again. Got a good draw, against Ipswich. I think everyone kind of expected that to be a draw, if we're being really, really honest with ourselves. Stoke 3-0 away win at Sheffield Wednesday. Very good win for Stoke. I like what Southampton are doing. You know, they will be there or thereabouts, I think, to say the very, very least. But as I said, I get everyone kind of expected them to get that draw at Ipswich. Stoke have started the season really, really well with 2 wins from 2. However, is at St Mary's, I fully expect Southampton to come back from that draw with Ipswich, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Southampton. I think it'll be a very, very comfortable afternoon for Southampton. West Brom against Portsmouth. West Brom 3-2 win away at Wrexham. Really, really impressive result. Ryan Mason doing a very good job so far. Yeah, Jed Wallace was the hero. He was the hero who got the winning goal. Very, very impressive result, to say the very, very least, for West Brom. Portsmouth lost 2-1 to Norwich, which was, again, disappointing. But again, you kind of look at Portsmouth and you know, they did pretty well to beat Oxford. They were unlucky to lose to Norwich. So, you know, they are there or thereabouts. They are there or thereabouts when it comes to these games in the Championship. And West Brom are flying. West Brom are absolutely flying, and I can't see Can't see it continuing here for Portsmouth, I'm afraid. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to West Brom in that one. And the final game to preview and predict is Wrexham against Sheffield Wednesday. Obviously, Sheffield Wednesday 3-0 defeat to Stoke City. Wrexham 3-2 defeat to West Brom. I said it last week that Wrexham are definitely going to have to get used to this league. And already they're showing that, it's very, very difficult. Obviously, you have the defending that Connor Cody did for their winning goal for West Brom, then you're not gonna do very, very well. Danny Ward as well doesn't cover himself in glory for the Jed Wallace goal. What he is doing, trying to go with his feet when he should be going with his hands, is very, very disappointing, to tell you the truth. Sheffield Wednesday, look, the one thing you will say about Sheffield Wednesday is they will still fight. They will fight to the very, very end. However, it isn't looking good for them. But do Wrexham get their first win, or do Sheffield Wednesday get a point? Or could they get a win? Could they get a win? No, I'm going to give Wrexham their first victory. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Wrexham in that one. So there we go, guys. They are my predictions for the 25-26 Championship season. Week 3, of course. As I said, these games will be at the bottom of your screen as well. Please get your predictions in the comment section down below, and I'll go for my predictions very quickly. So we have Derby 1, Bristol City 0, Charlton 2, Leicester City 1, Hull City 2, Blackburn Rovers 1, Swansea City 1, Watford 0, Birmingham City 3, Oxford United 0, Coventry 2, QPR 1, Norwich 1, Middlesbrough 2, Preston North End 0, Ipswich 2, Sheffield United 1, Millwall 2, Southampton 2, Stoke City 0, West Brom 2, Portsmouth 0, and Wrexham 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Said Sheffield United again. There we go. So there are my predictions. I'm sure you have your own. Please do get them in the comment section down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye for now.